Hey y'all, let's jump into the game. Okay, looks like that's done. Get into the game now. Let's bring up the game. Woohoo, I am here. Rejoice, for I am not tired. So I am here. So apparently I am becoming of the so apparently I'm coming of the age where a doctor's appointment and a Costco run wiped me out, and Nord too. I actually got ready because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna do this stream, and then Nord looked at me like, I don't really want to do this because I am dead tired. So I was just like, okay, that's fine because I'm tired too. So we just canceled yesterday's stream. So sorry about that. If you wanted to see us play Tales of Symphonia yesterday, we'll bring it back again on the usual day of Friday. So I'm sorry about that, but something had to give. And apparently it was us because we were just too tired. But we are back. I am Hazzy, and my wonderful co-host and partner Nord, aka Nord Monkey McNerd Rage, is here and going to be doing chat. I'm probably not gonna have him read because if he does, he has to look over it. It kind of bothers his neck, so I'm not gonna probably do that. But he is gonna be in chat. Today is stream number 917. This is episode 2 of our Chrono Trigger run. And when we left off, we had just gotten through the castle, and then we had I'm trying to remember properly. Yeah, and we saved Marl. But before we went into the castle, I do want to add we did team up with Frog. And we got Frog, and then we went to the castle, and we saved Marl. And right now, I don't really know what we're doing, because I don't... Oh yeah, the bridge is where we were going next. Well, I know where I'm going, but I don't remember where we're at in the story, like what the story was, like what we're doing, what is our quest, what is our mission. I don't remember. But I'm sure that will become more clear as we play a little bit more, so... It's great having a not so great memory. Okay, we're gonna go to Zenon Bridge. Yeah, I remembered that I have a bad memory. The damnable frog swam to the other side. Oh yeah, he can swim, can't he? So how are we supposed to get over there? Is there something special that we're supposed to do? Hi CB, it's good to see you. Happy Saturday, hope you're doing well. We weren't here yesterday because we actually had a doctor's appointment and something else. I don't remember what else. Oh yeah, we had another appointment with the counselor, and then we actually had a Costco run, and apparently that's enough to wipe us out. We were just too tired. Getting of that age where it's just like, you know what? I've had enough. It's time to just take a break. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to. Maybe I need to go backwards. Or maybe I need to go to the castle. I'm not sure. Yes, I did save Marl and came to the Soul Zone. Maybe I need to go back then. See if they have anything different to say. How's your weekend going, CB? I hope it's going well. Fair, have you gone mad? Okay, so yeah, he's saying the same thing. Makes me think... No, Nord. No. Nord's telling me to ask you if you've heard about the new Final Fantasy game news, and I'm like, Nord, it's not a real... Oh, it's a board game. They're doing like the Shinra Tower or something for Final Fantasy 7, and it's a board game. He's like, are you excited about it, Nord? So what's going on? Do you want to say that on... Do you want me to unmute you because you're muted? I didn't know if you wanted to say that.
Okay. So I'm excited that they're continuing to make more Final Fantasy stuff. and just by virtue of that, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing a lot of board games, especially since they're just kind of pricey for what you get. But
I
but
do
I do
like board games.
but I do think it's cool that they're doing it. So no, hey, that's a thing.
I like when they do board games for Steam, and then I buy them and can play them
Oh,
on
you mean like how you got Small World?
Small World. I also got that Beacon,
Beacon Pines?
Beacon. Is that was?
Oh, yeah, the water one.
It's a
for the
water
boats.
one. That was a
Boats
good
and
one.
hose. It's called
No,
Boats and Hose.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I can't remember Beacon something. Why can't I remember? I don't know. My brain doesn't work right. Whatever. Doing too much stuff in one day. Exactly. The funny thing is when we got back, I did get ready to go live. And then and I looked at Nora and I said, "You ready?" He looked at me and was like, "I'm too tired." And I was like, "I kind of am too. Maybe we should wait until we feel better." Like,
it was a hard appointment on you. They stretched me in all sorts of weird ways.
oh, that's what you're gonna leave it at.
Yeah. It was a follow up to an ENG, which is like electro something something. They stick electrodes in you and test stuff. And
you is cold and wet. Oh my gosh, where are you? Oh, I don't want to like pry, and I don't want you to dox yourself, but where are you at? Because I'm like, we live in the Pacific Northwest, and we've had actually several dry days, which is really nice and rare. Yeah, so I'm like, where is you at? Like, that's cold and
I think
wet.
the Midwest was getting hit with something.
Oh, really?
That was being discussed. There are places getting cold and wet right now.
Yeah, that's usually my complaint, especially all through winter. Cold and wet. That's all it is. We rarely get like a good snow that isn't just wet snow.
Considering that it's April, this has been very pleasant. We normally don't get like any spring-like days until May, it seems, and then we're lucky if we get them.
I don't like I don't think we should do this, but we'll do an attack. I really don't like spring because like you just never know what it's gonna be here.
Sometimes it seems like it skips spring.
Yeah,
just goes straight to summer.
Or it stays winter almost the entire spring, and then all of a sudden one day it's really hot. So.
Yep.
And I'm a baby. Since I'm in the Pacific Northwest, I'm a baby about like, depending on what the weather is. Like if it gets,
we have been baby. That's true.
Yeah. Like if it gets below 45, I'm complaining. If it gets above 75, I'm complaining. Hey, Zorn.
Zorn, my favorite JRPG ever.
It is a good one. This is the first time I played it in 6 years. I played it 6 years ago on stream. Actually, I have several clips. I think I have some highlights of some of the boss fights too. But I'm trying to see how much I remember of it, and it seems like I don't remember. You know what's great about not having a great memory?
You can play games again,
exactly.
And then it's like, oh wow, this is like it's new.
Yeah. I can't remember it. Let's just say I'm where the giant tornado line went through. No tornadoes, thankfully. Oh, that's good. But the jet stream left and a cold front moved in. Okay.
There was somebody was talking about dealing with a tornado yesterday. So yeah, I'm glad you didn't have to worry about that particular aspect. But yeah, I hope the weather gets more pleasant for you.
You remember a lot of this?
All right.
When was the last time you played?
Show off.
You know what? You can't say nothing, Nord, because every time I play like an old game that you played when you were a kid, you're like, I remember this. I'm like, how do you remember that? And you're like, I don't know. Like,
I'm a show off too then.
And I'm like, how do you remember that? I don't even understand.
Someone says 15 years ago.
I don't understand how you can remember something from 15 years ago.
Well,
I remember just vibes. That's it. I've got vibes. That's what I've got.
The stuff that your brain remembers for games and the stuff that you remember that, has other functions can be very different.
Yeah, that's true.
You played it like 10 times over. Okay.
Oh, well, that might help. Like, there's nothing for flamethrower. Can we do... Let's have him go after this one. Let's see what her... I don't... Tech, like, Marl doesn't have any tech, unfortunately.
I think it's interesting that you played games that were based on this before you played this one, or where they were
That's
like.
the way I play all games.
That's true. You played like so many games that are like XCOM that are not XCOM.
Yeah, like, and I've been wanting to play XCOM, but I've just never. Or one of my favorite type of genre of games is like what is it? Overcooked.
But you haven't played Overcooked?
Yeah, I played all the games that are like Overcooked, like
That's
Played
true.
Up, and all those other ones that like are indie games, and I love that genre of game. But for some reason, even though I have both Overcooks, I still haven't played it. I got all triple techs and saw all the alt endings. Oh yeah, so you had to play it a lot because there's a lot of, isn't it like 13 endings or something? Yeah, you got to play it a lot to like get all the endings. It was meant to be played a lot, from what I understand.
This was SNES, right?
I think so, yes. And I
Okay.
didn't have an SNES.
Yeah.
So the first time I experienced it was on Steam. Thank you, Steam, for having this game. All I remember is that there's a lot of yes, exactly what I was saying, CB. Yes, there are 13 endings, I believe. There's 10 to 12. Thought I had read 13, but maybe that's a new thing.
Always a
I
possibility.
think the only JRPG I played more was FF6. Well, I guess you played some good ones because from what I understand, FF6 and Chrono Trigger are both pretty beloved.
Yeah, I've
So
heard
you
really good
played
things
some good
about
ones.
both. I had friends that played the heck out of Chrono Trigger while I was playing Shining Force 1 and 2.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to watch somebody do an FF6 playthrough, I think one of our streamer friends, Zeryl, is actually playing it. I don't know if he's playing it right now, but he was playing it, and I go to his streams to go see the Final Fantasy 6 streams from time to time. I haven't played Final Fantasy 6, at least the only two, well, I guess 3 Final Fantasies I've played now, since we're on this big old JRPG pilgrimage, is Final Fantasy 7, the original, and then Final Fantasy 10, and then Final Fantasy 10-2. And then we will loop back around eventually and play the others, but I think the next Final Fantasy game I'm going to play is like the remakes for Final Fantasy 7. But before we play the remakes, we're going to play Crisis Core. And then apparently there's like I know it's a mobile game, but I kind of don't care because it's also on Steam, and I want to see it. There's something called I think it's called After Crisis, or I can't remember what the name of it is, but
Like
I want to see that one. But I know it's not like it's just the mobile game or whatever, but I still want to see it. SNES, yes. You're pulling from memory, No, I had the Mercy and Restoration ending. Okay. I broke FF6. I played it so much, unlocking the Paladin Shield is a time sink on its own. I think FF6 is a pretty, big time sink from what I understand when I'm seeing
I've heard
it.
that, yeah.
Each version of FF6 has its own quirks. Ever Crisis, that's what it is. Ever Crisis. Yeah. I have a couple of, mobile games I want to play that are, kind of related to some Square Enix stuff. There is one that's related to Chrono Trigger, because the dude who wrote Chrono Trigger wrote that one. It's called, why can't I remember any of this stuff? After Eden, or... I'm getting all of the titles mixed up, but it's like...
Your brain's doing so well.
But there's a
Good
new
job, memory.
game coming out that they're basically redoing it, like what they did with Octopath Traveler 0, because Octopath Traveler 0 was a mobile game, but they actually made it into a game, so it doesn't have all the gotcha stuff. And they put it on Steam, and I actually want to play that eventually too. And actually did pretty well. Some people are saying it holds up really well, and it's not annoying like the mobile game you would expect a mobile game to be. So yeah, even though it's a mobile game, it's actually pretty good. But there is one with that mobile game that's by the guy that wrote Chrono Trigger, and that's coming out I think here soon. But that one too I want to play. I think it's coming. Actually, now that I remember, I think it's coming out in August or September or something like that.
Hot take that might get me burned at the stake. I have no issues with playing mobile games if I'm playing them on
On the PC?
On Steam.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I don't mind as long as I play it on PC.
Because honestly...
Except for gacha games can get kind of annoying.
Well, I didn't say gacha. I just said the mobile.
Well, because a lot of those mobile games have gacha stuff in it, and so that
True.
can get pretty annoying. So, because I was trying to play Genshin, and that one, it was fun at first, but then I started getting annoyed with the gacha stuff.
So Zorn had said, to unlock the Paladin shield, you have to win 256 fights with it equipped.
Oh god, I didn't
Sounds
know it was
like
that
that could be a bit of a strain.
Yeah, that's what it is. CB, you're right. It's another Eden Begins. Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, it's coming out in I think like August or September or something, and I really want to play it when it comes out because they're basically taking the another Eden and they're making it into like a one without the gacha, which is kind of nice. I've heard another Eden, or I've heard Eden Begins is not that bad. You can kind of ignore the gacha stuff. It's like just a regular game with gacha stuff on the side. It's not as like in your face like other gacha games. But I would rather play the one that doesn't have any gacha in it.
Zorn, you may have answered this previously. Are you into board games? I've known a lot of people
September, okay.
that did a lot of like Magic the Gathering that were also fairly big into board games. So I think it's a safe bet that you probably are. Not sure.
So how do we get home? I was thinking that portal, but
I used to play them a lot, not a lot these days. Because there was news just put out today that there's going to be a new Final Fantasy VII board game.
yeah, the Shinra Tower. So I guess you're gonna climb the tower, which is funny because it reminds me of that roguelike Final Fantasy II game that I didn't play.
Oh,
that I've heard is like is really rough. I kind of want to play. I'm gonna play it off stream, but I heard it was really rough, and it's not really worth doing. But we'll see. We'll see because I'm gonna play a little bit of it off stream. My guess is you have to figure out like good classes to get to the top.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of luck and whatever involved. Because I mean, it's a roguelike, so you kind of can expect that.
Honestly, I like board games a fair amount, but it's just like if you can get it done on your PC, it's just so much easier. Like Small World is the classic example I go to with that.
I love Small
It's
World.
just like rather
That's a
than
good
having
game.
to set up all the cards and do all that,
I
it's like,
don't
it just does it for you.
understand the game.
Oh, whatever.
I don't. I
But
just guess because it's fun. I like playing the different races. I like playing the giants. This is my favorite race to play in that game. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just try to play the giants and take as much land as I can take. If you're gonna climb the tower, take the stairs.
Damn right. There's loot. We're in 2-day session of Settlers of Catan. Risk, Access and Allies. Some of the quirky ones like Mall of America.
Okay, I will never play Risk because I played once with Nord.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You had Risk, and I was like, I want to learn how to play this, and I got mad.
I was not very friendly with new players.
No, you were not. I got mad, and I was like, yeah, forget this. Dune. Hi, Mortimer. Is Dune? I don't know. Do they have a Dune board game?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I feel like there's Dune everything, so I wouldn't be shocked. Canon RNG. I think my favorite board game is definitely Small World. So Small World, and then
Small World's a good choice.
I think Patrol Beacon. I just remembered that.
Beacon Patrol.
Beacon Patrol.
Dyslexia.
They have a very famous board game. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Dune, Mortimer. I haven't really followed Dune much, other than for like watching the very first movie. That's it. I don't know anything about the new stuff. Like, I guess there's shows or something, or is there? I don't even know. I haven't seen any of it. So
there's a show, and I'm pretty sure that they're working on.
There's an MMO, I think.
Oh yeah, I heard about that as well. Yeah,
that's all I really know.
I'm mostly a Hero Quest enjoyer. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
I don't know anything about Hero Quest.
Think like very, very watered down D&D.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was It was pretty cool back in the day.
I wonder if being a board game is what brought about the first RTS game.
Hmm.
I don't know, because I don't know those games.
That's
I don't. You played a lot of RTS games during that time, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be shocked because,
I don't know.
I mean, think about like Warhammer stuff.
Yeah.
It's like there's an RTS as well.
Well, I do think Warhammer Tabletop definitely played a role.
Yeah, yeah,
So.
yeah.
But
MMO,
HeroQuest
yes.
is a D&D gateway drug. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. I like that description.
There's an old RTS too. Okay, that's cool. I think there isn't there like a new Dune RTS as well?
I think so.
I think so. And then there's even like a this is like side, but this is like there was an RTS for Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One that wasn't actually that bad either.
Yeah. I don't think it rated very well, but it looked fun to me, so I didn't get to play that one. I signed up to try to get a game, but I couldn't get it.
I haven't really tried too many of the new RTS, and like there were a couple that I put some time into, and then I was like really disappointed.
Is Dune older than Warhammer?
Yes, Dune is older than Warhammer.
Yeah, I didn't know.
In fact, the
I've always-
concept of the God Emperor
Mhm.
comes from Dune.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
How'd you know?
Because I've gone down
The rabbit hole.
Warhammer
The rabbit hole stuff.
rabbit holes. Yeah.
I wonder if it came from the board game. Rip Westwood. Indeed, Rip
Yeah.
Westwood. Tiberian Sun will remain a favorite game of mine. Ironically, it was never intended to be a Doom game, but the old movie came out at that time, so the company told the developers, make a Dune game, and they were like, but it's already a different game. Don't care, Dune it.
You didn't know.
Okay, that's info. Okay, y'all, let's jump back in the game so I can figure out where we're going. Luca, well, Your Highness, Please call me Marl. Well then, Marl, observe. Whoa. Luca, you're amazing. Hee. Sorry, I should be more humble in front of... Enough already. I'm a princess, but what's that mean? I can't do anything special. But you're incredible. I'd trade my name for your genius in a heartbeat. Well, if you say so. Anyway, I call these distortions gates. There's something... They're what I like to call gates. Like,
Yeah, it's what I call a personal computer.
like...
Has he's
Riz her Marl, yeah. What were you saying, Norrin?
that's such a narrow, freaking specific reference to bring up. There used to be these really old Dell cartoons or commercials.
Commercials, yeah.
Commercials where
My brain remembers commercials.
there you go. That's why you can't remember shit.
Can't remember shit. It's
Everything
all the
got
commercials.
pushed out to make
Yeah.
room for 80s and 90s commercials. And
Maybe even
there was a
older than
guy who was
that.
like, "It's what I like to call a personal computer." 'Cause like he came up with the term.
They're basically portals to the same location at different time. But gates are unstable. That's why they appear